conference, but speakers should not expect council action or deliberation on subject matters brought up during the public comment period. Topics requiring further investigation will be referred to the city administration and may be scheduled for a future agenda. You may speak. Everybody's looking.
Nobody?
You can. Good.
Good evening.
As I was stating, I'm Clifton Brown, a businessman here in Lake City, a resident of 378 Wallace Street. Been going through for the last hours with getting the road fixed. They said that we needed to fill out a company sales tax list. We did do that. All the residents signed it, prepared it. Nothing happened. I just brought, this is the things that bothers me. I just brought my wife a brand new car. Sometimes the road's so bad, you got holes this deep in it. And then once they come patch it, we appreciate that, but then you got tar in the car. It's a whole thing. I mean, it's frustrating when you see other roads being fixed right by you. I mean, it lets you know, it makes you feel like you're being looked over. You know, and it's supposed to be, we all supposed to be created equal. It don't look like equal to me. You know, I'm concerned about not just me, but us as a whole. You know, Lake City as a whole. You know, we got nice things going on, art fair. You know, we go to that. You know, we support Lake City. We just asking Lake City to support us. You know, support the small people. You know, we small, but all of us is a unit together. All Lake City, all of us is a unit together. We had a truck fell in the hole the other week. I mean, the whole truck fell in the hole. I mean, it's done got to the point that it's just that, like, they don't care. And I hope it hadn't got to that point, because like I said, we all supposed to be somebody. So when you see roads on the other side of you getting fixed, and they telling you you don't have the tar, you know, ain't that, you know, this and that, it makes you think there's something wrong. You know, it makes you think that people don't care. And like I said, all this stuff that, you know, Lake City took a lick a while back, but everything being beautified, you know, and that's what we want. But I think that we need to support the small people too, because like I said, all of us are somebody. And that's all I got to say.
Okay. You did put your contact info there?
I put it on there.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Charles Nero, and I just have a brief comment about our trash pickup. The guys, I know they have a lot to do, and they do a good job otherwise, but I'm tired of going in my neighbor's yard to get my trash can. She have to sometimes get out her truck when she's trying to leave and move my trash can. It's parked, I'm putting it in front of my driveway. She put hers in front of hers, but every time the guys come by, mine end up next to hers in her driveway. So I think they can handle that a little bit better. They know where they got it from, put it back there. Okay? That's all I need to say.
Near what road are you on? Just the road?
383
No, just
West
the road.
Main Street.
Main Street.
Facebook can hear.
Joel is on the board right now, trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I've got it as much as possible, I can write it.
Okay. So they have an issue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, if there's no more comments, we recognize the residents here in the city of Lake City. I see a good number of the staff here tonight for a change. Could we recognize them being here this evening?
Yes, please stand if you're a staff of the City of Lake City. Wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming out tonight. And the public comment period time is still open. If anyone else would like to say something, staff, resident, citizen, whomever.
Good evening, Mayor.
Good evening.
I'm here speaking as a citizen of Lake City, as a taxpayer of Lake City. And I really hope that you all realize how important the budget is to pass. I really hope that each and every one of you can come together, talk to each other, break it down, show your concerns, make it less personal. I know myself, millage rates is gonna go up. My evaluation of my house is $244,000. I know the average in Lake City is probably about 98. My taxes are gonna go up over $160-some a year. I have no issues with that. I support my fellow workers, I support the pay raises, I support the budget. I just truly hope that you all can work together as one unit so that we can show that Lake City is a city that's moving forward. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council, and my fellow citizens.
Yes. Can you sign in, please?
Talk about the budget a little bit. History is about to repeat itself. Most of you, Mayor and Council, most of the citizens out there, a lot younger than I am, and don't remember back in the 80s and the 60s, 70s, and the 60s, where this very same thing was about to happen, or did happen. And the people that could afford to move outside of the city limits, right outside of the city limits, and where they didn't have to pay taxes. We don't want this to happen again, if possible. The people that remain in the city and supported the city are the ones that really couldn't afford to pay the taxes, but they stayed here and stuck it out and done the very best they could. Now, I support the city, I support the city workers. We got probably some city workers working for the city now, they're making double figure salaries. But those are the ones that probably live outside of the city limits and won't be paying any taxes. I just want you to take up all these things into consideration. Someone from the city that got the resources and can fact check what I'm saying. And you'll find that that's, I wouldn't tell you a lie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from the public? Thank you all. If none, we're going to move forward with our legislative part of our meeting.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. For your consideration, we'll jump right into the resolutions. Resolution number 2024.024, final reading. A resolution that Mayor and City Council accepts the bid from All Star Sports Incorporated for the Lake City Recreation and Tourism Department baseball, softball uniforms in the amount of $9,388.91 and all matters related thereto.
Need a motion to approve Resolution 2024.2024 for final reading.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It has been properly moved in second. Any questions, council?
I have a question.
Yes.
I saw that there were two bids for this. I wanted to know, and I know one was like for $7,000, and then we have this one. Is that correct?
There was one that was less than this
That's
bid,
it.
correct?
Right. So what's the difference, and would there be
They were
something doing?
not able to meet the size requirements.
Okay.
That's why we had to go with the higher bid.
Okay. And so the size requirements as far as the t-shirts and stuff. So
The size requirements that the youth
kids.
needed to, for the uniforms to fit.
And so, and then they don't outsource to like different companies to kind of find out, you know, which
When we
company-
bid out, they submitted their documentation, and they said, these are the sizes that we can supply to you. This is the amount we'll charge. The other company said, we can hit all your sizes. This is the amount we charge. We didn't get in their business of that individual business to inquire about their business practices. We took them at the documentation they submitted at the cutoff of the bid, and the third party did not bid on the request.
Will they, in the future, did you find in the future they have those sizes?
We supply them with the sizes needed.
Okay, but they couldn't accommodate you with that?
They could not.
Okay, did they say if they could accommodate you in the future?
We did not ask that question. That was not a question on the bid.
Okay.
So you guys just take the bid for whatever else and you don't try
The
to
bid
get-
committee reviewed the bid and took it because it was a timely matter as well.
And what time, what's the turnaround time and who needs it and by what time do they need it?
That's up to the recreation department on the timing when they get the teams picked and the number of uniforms they're gonna need for those teams.
And so, and for what season is this? Is this
The
for?
current season.
Baseball, softball,
Yeah,
and for the
they're
All-Star.
just now going into the All-Stars.
Okay.
Because I noticed that the bids went in, I think, in February,
Yes.
February 24th, 20.
And we're just now getting to this. Yes, ma'am. We're getting ready, we're just now getting to the point of paying for them and going through with it.
February, March, April, May, June.
Any other questions, council? Okay, if none, all in favor, show of hands. All opposed? Three.
All right, Mayor and Council, for your consideration,
It did not
present
pass.
to you Resolution Number 2024.025, final reading, a resolution by Mayor and Council to approve the ads that will be displayed on the Theater Park Public Information Office at the Lake City Judicial Center and fees associated with these ads and all matters related thereto.
Need a motion to approve Resolution 2024.025 for final reading.
Motion to approve?
Second.
It has been properly moved in second. Any questions, council? If none, all in favor, show of hands. Thank you.
Mayor and Council, for your consideration, Resolution Number 2024.026. The City of Lake City is seeking approval to purchase 100 96-gallon green rollout carts, containers in the amount of $8,028.46 and all matters related thereto.
Need a motion to approve Resolution 2024.026 for final reading.
Motion to approve?
Second.
It has been properly moved in second. Any questions, council?
Okay, what necessitates the need for these 196-gallon cars?
Because we are out. And when we have the old ones that are broken, we only have one type that our garbage truck will pick up. So we have to keep a stock in place.
Okay.
And these were particular kinds that we have to use for the truck that we have.
Did you bid it out to anyone else?
We have a sole source, which is the same place we bought the truck from, Amic. But we did do other calls, and this was the cheapest
And
bid.
what was the name? Amic?
Amic, out of Columbia.
Any other questions, council? If none, all in favor, show of hands. Thank you.
Mayor and Council, for your consideration, Resolution Number 2024.028. I'm sorry. 027. A resolution seeking approval to accept the funds from RIA South Carolina Rural Infrastructure Authority in the amount of $1 million and all matters related thereto.
Move to approve.
Excuse me. Need a motion to approve Resolution 2024.027 for final reading.
Move to approve.
Second?
It has been properly moved in second. Any questions? If none, all in favor, show of hands. Cosby, can you please silence your phone?
Mayor and council, for your consideration, resolution number 2024.028, final reading. A resolution for the city of Lake City for accepting the support April as the Fair Housing Month. Also, the city of Lake City rejects discrimination on the basis of race, religion, color, sex, national origin, disability, and/or familial status, and sale, rental, or provisions for housing of services and all matters related thereto.
Need a motion to approve Resolution 2024.028 for final reading.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Has been properly moved in second. Any questions, council? If none, all in favor, show of hands.
Mayor and council, for your consideration, resolution number 2024.029, final reading. A resolution to accept grant funds from the South Carolina Department of Public Safety in the amount of $10,830 for the Lake City Police Department and all matters related thereto.
Need a motion to approve Resolution 2024.029 for final reading.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It has been properly moved in second. Any questions, council?
Yes, can you explain to the public what these funds are gonna use for?
These are grant funds that we will be getting from the South Carolina Public Safety. They are earmarked for safety vests, bulletproof vests for the police department.
How many vests do we get?
Patrick? 3?
They're roughly about $1,200 a piece.
And they're fitted to individuals, so they're not stock bought.
They're tailored to that individual person.
Okay. So when that person leaves or retires or what have you, you try to use it for?
You're lucky if you can reuse them again because of sweat, it's hygiene, and being tailored to that one specific body.
Now, if by chance that person decides to leave and that vest is not a year old, we collect it from the place they go to. We get reimbursed for those,
Oh, okay.
if they leave within a period of time.
If they should go to another police department?
Correct.
But if they do not?
Then we keep, they're here with them. They get to take it with them, basically, because as Patrick says, they're no use to us. They're fitted to that one person.
Okay. Does the police department have everything it needs?
For the most part, yes, ma'am. There's stuff that we're updating, and we're in the process of updating. As far as that.
Is Facebook good? Yeah.
Are you gonna talk?
Is Facebook okay now? Any more questions, council? If none, all in favor, show of hands. Thank you.
Mayor and council, for consideration, resolution number 2024.030, final reading. A resolution to accept grant funds from the NFC Grant Commission in the amount of $30,000 for the Lake City Recreation Department and all matters related thereto.
Need a motion to approve Resolution 2024.030 for final reading.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It has been properly moved in second. Any questions, council?
Is it all we can get for the rec department?
This is just one particular exercise equipment that's stationary. It's non-movable. It's your body weight that you're using to exercise on. This is a program. At the moment, that's all they're offering to us. And we have a match, or we have to get donations from organizations that want to support it. This is just the first step in moving forward with the
Okay,
organization.
Okay, you just described it, can you give me more information? You said what is it used?
It's body weight that you
Okay.
use for like lifting.
Okay.
Instead of having weights, you use your body. Stretches. It's a program that they put together on a concrete slab.
Okay. So it's more or less for body, I guess, conditioning and?
Wellness
For
and
health
fitness.
and wellness and fitness.
Correct, wellness and fitness.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions, council? If none, all in favor, show of hands.
All right, Mayor and council, the approval, the presentation of the financials. General fund, we have year-to-date revenue of $7,739,000. We have expenditures of $7,985,000, $245,000 over, both of 76%, 78% of the budget spent. This is through the period of in May 31st. In the water fund, we have revenue of $1,791,000, 80% of the budget. We have expenditures of $1,778,000, which is 80% of the budget, 13,000 surplus. In the sewer fund, we have revenue of $2,831,000, 73% of the budget. We have expenditures of $3,328,000, 85% of the budget, $496,000 overspent. In stormwater, we have $193,954, expenditures of $43,000. We have $150,000 in that account. In the water reserve account, we have $67,595. In the sewer reserve account, we have $66,123. Mayor and council, for your consideration, we have in front of you bills for the June 11th, numbers 1 through 10 for your approval.
Need a motion to approve bills items 1 through 10 for June 11, 2024.
Motion to approve.
I need a second. It's been properly moved in second. Any questions, council?
This Moore Farm Botanical Garden, $15,000 for landscaping upkeep.
6 months, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's 6 months of it.
Yeah, January through
To
June.
June.
Okay.
And that takes care of the green and the welcome signs and the areas around the city.
I thought we said that we was gonna have the guys that work for the city do that.
They're doing Main Street cleanup.
Main Street cleanup.
So we converted that to Main Street cleanup and cut Neil's Lawn Service out from doing that once a week, and they keep the whole area down there clean on a regular basis.
Okay, so, the Moore Farm, they just do,
The flowering, the shrubs, the straw,
okay,
planting, the pruning.
all right.
Do we get invoices from them?
They send us an invoice to pay this, yes.
Is this bill list totally inclusive of all the bills for the city?
No, ma'am, this is just the ones that are required by the ordinance of $5,000 and above.
To be approved by council.
Yeah, anything else, we put the check register out on the webpage for anybody to look at.
Any other questions, council? If none, all in favor, show of hands. All opposed?
All right, Mayor and Council, page number 47 in your package is the statistics for the police department. I'll allow Chief Miles to explain this to you. Chief Miles?
We don't have that here.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Total calls for service for the month of May is going to be 1,380 calls for service for the entire month. That consists of several areas. That's traffic stops at 370, burglar alarms at 74, domestic violence calls at 32, 43 follow-up. That's where the officers go out and follow up on previous complaints. 393 property checks. We've had 29 suspicious person calls, 40 motor vehicle accidents in the city limits, 17 disorderly calls, 31 suspicious vehicle calls, 8 vandalism complaints, 29 harassment and threatening, 21 warrant service calls, 11 assault and batteries, 16 larceny calls, 6 reported shooting calls, 2 break-ins, and 20 trespassing calls. That also includes 112 traffic citations that was issued. Out of that 370 traffic stops, 33 of those were vehicle violations, 3 of them were simple possessions of marijuana, 8 speeding tickets were issued for the month of May, 3 operating uninsured, and 11 driver's license violations, as well as 20 driving under suspensions and 3 DUIs. There was 160 incident reports completed for the month of May with 27 arrests arising out of those, with 29 arrest warrants issued and 13 arrest warrants served during the month of May. And in addition to this, we have 4 Class 3 advanced officers that will be going and testing at the Criminal Justice Academy. Tomorrow, they'll be there for 2 days doing the testing, so we want to wish them luck on their passing those tests.
Okay. Do you want to speak about June 22nd?
What's that?
June 22nd?
What about June 22nd?
That's the date for coffee with the cop.
Oh, the coffee with a cop on June 22nd. It was initially
We'll just-
at Dunkin' Donuts, but that location has been changed to Baker Suites for that, and we'd invite the public as well as mayor and council and anyone else who wishes to attend to come out, sit, talk with us, discuss things, and have a cup of coffee. It's going to be provided for us by the staff at Baker Suites.
Okay.
Patrick, let me ask you, I don't have a copy of that report in my packet.
Okay?
Can I get a copy?
Yeah, absolutely.
And, can I look at it real quick?
Sure.
When you have it? Do you have a,
Whenever you send that report, if you can just send it to all council members.
Okay.
Thank you.
okay, can you add to this an ethnic racial breakdown
Sure.
of everything,
Sure.
okay?
Okay.
Could make, must possibly,
We already have a race and sex breakdown on the bottom.
itemized.
Yeah, I can get it to you. That's no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Miles.
And that is all I have. I apologize for the June
No.
22nd thing. I was initially thinking
It's
Dunkin'
okay.
Donuts.
I think we may have, do we have any flyers here? We do not, for the coffee with cop. You have some? Okay.
Yeah, and this is
Major
something
Graham will get those
this is
flyers.
something that Major Graham's put together, and he's done a pretty bang-up job on it so far, and we expect a good turnout with it.
How often are you guys planning on doing that? It's gonna be like a one-time thing?
No, we would like to try to do something like this once a month.
Okay.
As well as the council, the meeting that the council members we're hoping to have in their respective districts. We're looking to start a neighborhood watch program in each district as you know, as it relates to those meetings. And out of those meetings, I think what that does is that allows the community to get with the police more. And, you know, everybody needs to know everybody. This is a small town at the end of the day. There's no reason that anybody that lives in Lake City shouldn't know the police officers who work here. Maybe not on a first name basis, but they should know them when they see them and be willing to talk with them. That, you know, police are not, we're not people to be afraid of. We're here to help everybody.
Okay, let me ask you about our bicycle cops. How are they doing? Are they
They're
just-
doing great. Right now, it's just for special events, but they done an excellent job for Artsfield, Food Truck Rodeo, and all that good stuff.
Will they be on duty this weekend for Juneteenth?
We can have them on duty. We haven't got the full schedule worked out, but that's no problem having them there. It's just logistically, we have to work out the schedules with them, because in addition to the bike patrol, they also work a patrol schedule. But that's no problem getting them there.
So we had 3, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we gonna get some others trained?
We're looking at that. We're at the mercy of, right now, it's probably gonna be Myrtle Beach Police Department when they hold their next training event. That's where the last 3 were certified at. So we'll open it up to the rest of the department when we find out they're holding their training again.
So are you considering maybe horses and motorcycles at some point in time?
We've discussed the horses before. As much as I'd like to see it, I just don't think it's feasible. Motorcycles, I think that's an insurance issue. I think we're gonna have an issue with insurance there. And the city's only so big. If we had a portion of interstate, or if we had a larger college campus with a dormitory area, we might could look at something like that to make it easier for them to move in and out. But right now, I think for the size of the city, I think bike patrol is pretty much, I think that's a good start, at least. As the city grows, we can look at it, you know, each year.
All right, thank you.
Can we maybe look back into like, back in the day when you had the substations? I mean, we had one over there off of Moore Street, and then we had one over here off of Morning Glory. You thought about that any?
And that would be up to the housing authority. If they have a vacant spot for us, you know, we could definitely look at going in and occupying that area. The ones we had before, there was one off of Spruce Street, which is right off of Moore. We used to have one at the end of Brown Street there, and then it became like a community building type thing. But yeah, you're right, we had them all over the city at one time. It's just, I guess as the need for those facilities grew, you know, they had to go to families. So, and I can understand that.
Thank you. Any other questions, council? If not, thank you, Chief
Thank you.
Miles.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much, Chief Miles. Mayor and council, that's all administration has for you today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. We do not have executive session for tonight. We're going to move forward with our council member mayor reports. We'll start with Councilman Brown.
Good to see everyone come out. I want to see y'all next council meeting. All the city employees, y'all face look nice and wonderful out there. I'm glad y'all do a good job for the city of Lake City. I'm proud of you. Just don't come to council meeting. Talk to us when you see us in the street. Don't look at us like we're ghosts. We human just like everyone else. Other than that, everything's pretty good over there in District 6. Mr. Hall, I got a question about over there on South Charles Street. How much more longer on that project?
That is not an issue we have right now. We're waiting for the gas company to facilitate some repairs before we can move forward. And they got about another 3 weeks, right, Ricky?
Are you possible longer there? The Dominion Gas is actually going through an environmental study.
Okay.
That is the holdup.
Okay.
And we're ready to move on, but so there's no need to close it up, and we can't get through that gas line.
Okay. I had some citizens call me about that. I just want to check with you and see how long that was going to take. But other than that, everything's pretty good.
Thank you. Councilwoman.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks again for coming out. Again, thanks to the employees of the city of Lake City for coming out as well. Just want to emphasize, I think a big thing is about the budget. Don't think that council is not for the budget. We understand your concerns. We also, as council members of districts, understand the concerns of the constituents in the district. So therefore, we have to speak and voice our concerns for them as we were put in office to do so. I also want to say that I do have some constituents, and I've also spoken with members of the water sewer department that they are concerned about the increase in their water bills. So I don't know, like I've told, I can be your voice because that's what you put me in office for, but also come here and speak with the people that actually handle those situations so that they can help you more get to the root of your problem. Also, I want to let everyone know that me and Councilwoman Nicole Singletary, excuse me, I apologize. We have planned a community meeting, so that will be with District 4 and District 1. We have put together a community meeting that will be held on June the 29th at the Lake City Library in the community room, and it's going to be at 11 o'clock, and Chief Miles will actually be there to answer all of your questions that you have concerning the crime rates, anything to do with crime that's going on in Lake City, and also how we can work together as one to build a community watch team for each district that has to do with each of the 6 districts, but especially our districts because we are working together for the betterment of the community. Of course, I'm sure that you guys know that this week we are celebrating Juneteenth in Lake City. So if you have not gotten your brunch tickets, get your brunch tickets so that hopefully you can have some delicious food this weekend. And also for the parade, what time does it start? 9?
It starts at 10.
At 10. So
Lineup is at 9.
Okay, lineup is at 9 and the parade is at 10. So we hope that everyone will come out to enjoy that, and also know that it's a community event. It's just not for blacks. It's for black, white, Latinos, everyone in the community, because everybody has a heritage and everyone should be able to learn about, everyone's heritage. That's how you're informed. And, that's where we won't have the prejudice because you know where, hey, I know where they're coming from, or I know where, this ethnic group is coming from. But other than that, I hope that I'm doing well by my constituents in my community. I hope that you guys got out and vote today because you got 8 minutes and you had council meeting. So I hope that you did exercise your right to vote for the party of your choice and continue to, every time you get a chance, continue to vote. I think the next election will probably be in November and I'm back on the ballot. So I'm not trying to, but I'm just letting you know it's going. It's coming back up again. But I do appreciate all of y'all, and like I said, I hope that I'm serving you to the best of my ability. And if you have any problems or concerns, please do not hesitate to call me. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming. I did not realize, because I have that large calendar that the city published with all the activities and events throughout the year. And I'm not a Facebook person. I'm not very much social media. But I have planned a community, this coming Saturday at 9 o'clock. I planned a community fish fry and pending approval. Now, I've already made some people aware of it. So if it doesn't happen, you'll know why. And you are invited to come out, bring anybody you want to bring, bring the grandchildren, bring a chair, chair, umbrella, and an empty stomach. Now, if you get there and there's no food there and I'm not there, you'll know why, okay? Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Sorry. Good evening.
Where it gonna be at?
Oh, I'm sorry, thank you. On Moore Street, across the street from the Greater St. James AME Church in that parking lot. Yes. And planning for it to be, I'm planning, keywords, planning for it to be very nice. So, but it's all contingent upon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming out. Also, thank you to the city employees. Hopefully you guys will be here next month as well. To piggyback what Councilmember Cooper said, we are having a meeting June 29th at 11 at the Lake City Library Community Center. Also, Juneteenth, of course, is this weekend. Please come out. And what else? That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for coming out. That's all.
At District 6, we is gonna do one. I done talked to Chief Patrick. Me and him gonna get together on the date. We done talked a little bit on it. So one's coming from District 6.
Yeah, excuse me too. I'm not just leaving the fish fry to just District 2. It's just anybody who wants to come. And I've already had a conversation with Chief Patrick about it. So we'll see.
Okay, thank
So
you.
we can come out and talk about Crime Watch and, Community Watch. And you all can voice your concerns about anything going on in the community with them.
Thank you, council members. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the work that you're doing in your districts and within the entire city of Lake City. I appreciate your service. Thanks for everyone who's attending in person and viewing on Facebook tonight on the council meeting. I do continue to encourage everyone to come out and see exactly what's going on here about what's going on in our city and our communities. I thank Ms. Lisa and Ms. Kayla for what you do so far with the city of Lake City. I appreciate you. Ms. Kayla has definitely been working hard. I know people have seen her. There you go. Seen her out there and about. I appreciate her. And Ms. Lisa, along with the rest of the grant department, finance department, is doing a fabulous job. We're applying for grants, researching, looking for the grants, searching for the grants, and applying and securing these grants as well. So I do appreciate you both to the fullest. Today is primaries election day across the state of South Carolina. I hope all registered voters exercise their right to vote because your vote matters. It's the summertime. Congratulations to all graduates from kindergarten to college. I hope everyone have a safe and fun summer break, all students. The City of Lake City recently hosted our Florence County Mayor's Forum. We actually was in, you can find out more information, we're actually in the front page of the Florence Morning News today. So if you get that newspaper, read about our Florence County Mayor's forum that was hosted right here in the City of Lake City. And we sat around with all mayors in Florence County to talk about different visions and goals that we have for our individual municipalities and to work together to being a stronger county. So I appreciate everyone who participated, all the staff members who made sure that it was a success on that day. I appreciate you all and all the work that you did. Thank you. I had the honor to be a part of the LAA PGS, which is the Palmetto Girls State 77th session this year. Again, this was my 4th year. I just got back in today. I had the honor to speak to 600 plus females, once again from across the state of South Carolina, along with Councilwoman or Mayor Pro Tem Jean Whitley from Mount Pleasant. So I appreciate them for inviting me and for me to be able to represent Lake City and to share a little about Lake City to them. So we have many activities going on in this month, in the next few months for summer. Just like we stated, we have Juneteenth. We have a 4-H summer camp that's going on currently. We have Lake City Recreation All-Star Baseball, Softball going on. H-Con is coming up, back to school. Lake City is a little city, but we're a busy little city. So please continue to look at our Facebook page, our website for updates. You can come to City Hall and find out about many of our updates of events that's going on. We even have a Lake City golf tournament that's coming up as well, Gospel on the Green. So just look at our website and see all the different things that we have going on. Let's be a part of the solution and not part of the problem, because we are a growing city. We are an amazing city. So let's continue to work together so we can continue to move forward. I thank everyone who came out this past Saturday. We had a USDA workshop. I thank those ladies and gentlemen for coming out to speaking to our community and the surrounding communities about home loans, to be a homeowner, and also about home repairs, because I know a lot of elderly people have been asking me about helping them get home funding for home repairs. So this was the second time we had USDA to come out and speak to our community in Lake City and surrounding areas, and hopefully planning to have that 2 workshops per year for them to come out and help them with the applications to getting grant funding for that, because they said they do have funding out there. Other than that, I just wish that everyone to continue to pray for Lake City, pray for us as individual citizens, pray for our families. Let's pray for Councilwoman Scott as she's going through bereavement in her family. That's why in her absence tonight. And I appreciate everyone who stepped up for public comment period. I hear you, so I ask you to please put your contact info there for us to be able to reach back out to speak to you. So I don't want anyone to think that they're just coming up here to speak and nothing to be done. So we do thank you for coming out to speak. I hear you, your voices about the roads, about the budget. We will have a scheduled meeting to be announced for next week of the amendment. If you heard in the beginning of the meeting that we amended the agenda to have the special call meeting for the budget for next week. But our clerk will definitely get that information out. And yes, the public is welcome to come, just like you are here tonight, on that proposed fiscal year of 24-25 budget. That is all that I have. I appreciate you all. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Before I make the motion, I omitted Mr. Wallace, is it? No, you live on Wallace Road, Mr. Philip Graham, you said?
Clifton Graham.
Clifton Graham?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for your comments. Appreciate that.
Yes,
And continue to come to council meetings. And then I welcome the new employees, Lisa, and Kayla has been here for a while. But I want to give a special thank you to Kayla for addressing an issue that I called her about. She immediately got on it, and we got some results. And I want to thank you, and I'm gonna ride you real hard, okay? I'm gonna stay on you, okay? Thank you.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Seconded.
It has been properly moved in second. Thank you, everyone.